Welcome back to this week's edition of the Friday Five. As always, I'm Town Manager Scott LaFlamme, and we got something a little bit different for you this week. For the last 8 or 9 months, we've had the pleasure of working with Sydney Ranaletti, who's a Resilience Corps member through the Greater Portland Council of Governments, GBCOG. She's been working with Medi Smith in our sustainability office to do some really fascinating work as it pertains to bluff erosion and some resilience on our coastal shoreline. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to Sydney and learn a little bit more about the work that she's been doing and highlight some of the stuff that's going on within Yarmouth Harbor.
Thanks, Scott. So my name's Medi Smith. I'm the town's sustainability coordinator, and I am joined here by Sydney.
Hi, my name's Sydney Ranaletti. I'm the AmeriCorps Resilience Fellow, working with Medi doing some climate action work for the town of Yarmouth. And today we're going to be talking about coastal bluffs. So a coastal bluff is a steep shoreline slope that is comprised of loose sediments like clay, gravel, or sand, which you can see here behind us. It is not a bedrock ledge, so like you would see at Madeline's Point, that wouldn't be a coastal bluff because they don't erode the same way. So,
right, and you can see both of these kinds of shoreline features in Yarmouth.
Oh, of course, yeah. I'm actually looking across at not a bluff right now, but at ledge. So
okay, cool.
Super cool to see the different features.
Yeah, they're both common in Yarmouth, and folks that are familiar with the shoreline and different recreation spaces in town or been out on the water can definitely see both coastal bluffs and the kind of natural rocky ledge.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Nice.
So we just heard a little bit about how climate change will impact our coastal bluffs, but I'm wondering if we could back up a little bit, and Sydney, you could actually tell us a little bit more about the erosion process for coastal bluffs. We know that there's some natural benefits, but it's amplifying due to climate change. So I wonder if you could just talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, of course. So as climate change gets more serious, coastal bluffs will experience more erosion factors. The top 2 erosion factors for coastal bluffs are wave action and surface water. So wave action, an example is behind us. When strong waves come in, they pull out the sediment from the bottom of the bluff. And when we have more frequent and harder rainstorms, there's going to be more surface water, which will take sediment down from the face of the bluff. And then behind me, you can see here is a slumping is what it's called, or a landslide. And this will be when there's too much wave action and the land actually falls down. So that's like the whole cycle of erosion, but it can happen on bigger scales. So behind us is a small scale erosion.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome, thanks.
Yeah. So for bluffs experiencing erosion, there are 2 main solutions to protect and restore bluffs. So one solution is gray infrastructure, which is man-made objects used to stabilize the bluff. The second would be green infrastructure, which uses nature-based solutions to stabilize the bluff. Behind me is an example of gray infrastructure. It's called riprap, and this is used in areas with high wave energy. It's on a smaller scale, but this is still an example of riprap here, and it holds the soil and the bluff in place, so no more erosion happens. So I'm here with Will. Thanks for joining us today.
Of course.
So we're just curious to see, you spend most of your time on the water. How is the erosion out there? Have you seen things change?
We're definitely seeing some changes over the years. I've been here about 8 years, and in the Royal River, we're seeing some regression of the embankments, especially the sandy embankments, or where people maybe have cut or limbed some trees back. And we had that large storm a couple winters ago that definitely has impacted parts of the Royal River.
Yeah. Would you say it's been getting worse with climate change, you think?
I definitely think we're seeing, I don't know the reason why, but we're definitely seeing a lot more erosion happening in recent years.
Yeah. And more storms and
bigger storms, the winter storms, the tropical storms definitely coming up seem to be having a lot more of an impact than they had in the past on our embankments. A lot more mitigation folks are starting to do for their houses just due to getting close to septic systems on the islands or people's waterfront access points.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Of course. Happy to help in any way.
So thank you all for following along in this Friday 5 video. I hope you learned a lot about coastal bluffs, but in case you want to learn more, Sydney has created an awesome resource. And that resource is a toolkit that will be available with a link in the caption and on the town's website as well.
Yes, it would be awesome if y'all checked it out. This resource is supposed to be a how-to guide on understanding coastal erosion, solutions such as green infrastructure, what you can do for surface water runoff, and more resources for more in-depth understanding of coastal bluffs, stabilizing shorelines, and a bunch more. So check it out. It's a great thing that I spent a lot of time on.
Yeah, I hope you all check it out.
And there's cool pictures, so.